Hey, Captain Dave Man here. I'd like to welcome you to Ranch Balut. Tonight is market night. We're preparing the balut to go to market, and what that is that we're going to be candling eggs tonight to make sure that we have no bad eggs, no rotten eggs, and packaging them. So here you see this is our incubator room. These are our incubators. And what we're going to do is, remove the trays. This is the inside of the incubator. These are the eggs. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the trays and put them under a strong light so we can see that the embryos are alive and well. And then we will package them into cartons like these to go to market. You can see these are prepared and ready for market. I can explain that. Something funny happened today. My neighbor, which happens to be my mother, called and said that the sheriff had called and there was a murderer on the loose in the neighborhood. Of all things, killed somebody in the big city over here, and they lost him over here somewhere. So that's what the Colt 45 is all about. Better be safe than sorry. But anyhow, I got some eggs here for our demonstration. Of course, the terminology for candling comes from, where they had electric lights, and they actually used candles for this process. And but instead of a candle, we now use an extraordinarily bright light, which is, I'm using this DeWalt, which actually came out of a DeWalt kit, very bright, and I've just adapted a piece of a 1.5 inch PCV Schedule 40, which you can see the eggs fit in quite nicely. Now for this demonstration, and when we do so, we want it dark. We want to turn off the lights so we can see what's going on a little bit better. So now we got our light, and what we do is we take our egg, and it looks really cool, and we put it over top of the light, and now at a right angle you can see the veins. What we usually do, and here you can see the air pocket. It's really important that this does not fill up with water. But anyhow, now you can even see a better thing, and you might even be able to see movement if you look close enough. Watch right in here. Let's go over here a little bit. Maybe we can get a better view here. But that definitely is a good egg. Let's try another one. Maybe we can get a little better idea what of some movement here. Oh, there we go. Do you see that down here? It looks pretty cool, don't it? So you can totally tell this egg is definitely alive. So the leg is good. Pretty awesome. Now the brown eggs, they're harder to do. A little harder to see. That is why our strain of chickens that are coming up now that's going to be replacing our old layers are white leghorns, and they will lay a completely white egg like that. And actually the best laying hens you can get would be a leghorn. They're a small bird, they don't eat much, but for a small bird they can lay extraordinary eggs, just huge. Now these eggs ain't quite as big as they should be. I mean, they're still large eggs, but our birds are getting old, so therefore they're laying, you know, their eggs start, as the older they get, the eggs start getting smaller and they start to lay less of them. Here we allow them to lay for about 3 years. They can lay longer, but their eggs start getting small and fewer in between. But the leghorn is a very small bird, but lays extraordinary eggs. Now, I showed you what the the good eggs look like. Look at that thing move. Incredible. So I got a good idea. There's the air pocket. I turn them upside down when I check them because for some reason it encourages them to have movement, and it makes it a little easier to check. But you can usually tell the veins and stuff. Let's look at a bad egg. What a bad egg might look like. Here we have a bad egg, and you can see that it is a bad egg. I mean, you can see there's the bird. There's started to be the bird develop, or the yolk, and you see there's no veins, and a lot of them are characteristic by this ring. You can see this ring, this almost like a blood ring going around it. That's a bad egg, no vein, but it does still have the air pocket, but of course there's no movement in that at all. Now that's a bad egg, and what we need to do with the bad eggs is mark them, because we definitely don't want no one messing with a bad egg. So mark them so everyone understands. So now I got the bad egg marked so everybody understands that this is a bad egg, a very, very bad egg. No one's going to want to mess with that bad egg. So, you've seen what a bad egg looks like. I'm going to show you what a rotten egg looks like. So here we have our egg. As you can see, no veins. And you see that black spot in there? See that? See the black? That is rotten, and you do not want that to pop, because that will stink. We've actually had them build so much pressure up, the rotten eggs, that when we take them out of the incubator, we've had them pop and burst into the air like a small volcano. And it was absolutely, totally disgusting. Now, so now you've seen a rotten egg, and you've seen a bad egg. So now, when we have our rotten eggs, here's another one that we've already marked. And you definitely have to mark rotten eggs also. Because rotten eggs stink, and they're definitely no freaking good whatsoever. So we'll put our bad eggs over here. And let's turn on the lights. Look at our good eggs here. They all get our stamp of approval, which is the Ranch Balut trademark. Stamp of quality. These eggs are checked the night before market, and they are also checked in the halfway point. And all the bad eggs, little Obamas and the little Al Gores, are all removed so they don't contaminate the other eggs. And here is our trademark. Our stamp of quality. So that's about the size of it. Maybe you learned something tonight, maybe you didn't. But anyhow, this is Captain Dave, man. Peace. Believe nothing, question everything. God day to you.